Well, good morning and thanks for joining us here for our 8:30 stream show. It is Monday, May 4th. I'm Mitch Carter. No Casey today, just myself. A couple of headlines here as we usually do before we get things over to 14 First Alert meteorologist Byron Douglas. Starting off here, tomorrow is Indiana's primary election and you still have time if you want to go vote early. Dozens of state reps and senators are on the ballot this year, and as a reminder, only voters registered as Republicans or Democrat can vote in party primaries. Now, early voting ends today at noon. And the only location for it here in Vanderburgh County is over at Central Library. And also happening today, the Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles extending its hours at all branches there for the primary election. Officials say branches will prioritize processing new, amended, renewed, or replacement ID cards, permits, and more. That's because the BMV provides free state-issued ID cards for voting purposes. Branches will be open today from 8:30 to 8 p.m., then tomorrow from 6 to 6. If that applies to you, we have everything you should know about it right now online at 14news.com. And in Kentucky, the online absentee ballot request portal closes tomorrow. Mail-in absentee ballots are available only to voters who meet one of the qualifying criteria established under state law. Some of those could be that you're a Kentucky resident in the armed forces or you're a student that lives outside the country. The Commonwealth's primary election is coming up a little bit later on May 19th. And shifting gears now, a historical ship in Evansville getting some new leadership. The USS LST 325 held a change of command ceremony over the weekend. Our Bryce West has a look.
Captain Bob Kubota was relieved of duty today as he welcomed in the new ship's captain, John Vaughn. This is only the second change of command ceremony in the history of the LST 325. The USS LST 325 is the last fully operational World War II landing ship tank in the United States, and it's docked right here in Evansville. Captain Bob Kubota was at the helm of the historical ship for 13 years. During his time as captain, Kubota worked to educate the citizens of Evansville on the vast history the ship has to offer. Every year, the crew takes the ship on a voyage to educate people from all around the country. The ship also serves as a museum here in Evansville.
We celebrate the service and retirement of our second captain.
The new captain says he's honored to take command of the ship and celebrate Captain Kubota's legacy.
I'm here to celebrate Captain Bob, and I love the tradition of the ship, and I'm honored and humbled to be part of that, but today's about Captain Bob.
The retiring grandfather says he's going to enjoy having more time to spend with his family.
I've got a granddaughter running around here, and I'll spend more time with her.
Incoming Captain John Vaughn says he hopes to continue the legacy of preserving the LST's rich history as he takes the wheel.
We'll continue with the ship's mission, which is to bring awareness of the public of what the LSTs did in their service to the world. This ship was a part of traveled to 3 different continents during her service, and so raise awareness of the public, all the visitors, and honor the memory of the ships that were lost and the sailors that were lost.
The ship's next voyage will begin September 19th. They will be open for tours in Hendersonville, Tennessee on September 23rd and end their voyage in Clarksville, Tennessee, October 12th.
Of course, if you haven't been to the LST before here in Evansville, it's very, very cool there on the Ohio River. Certainly a neat piece of history. Right now, it's 8:33, coming up on 8:34 here on your Monday. Once again, it's May 4th here. Stick around. Up next is Byron Douglas with a full look outside at your Monday forecast and looking ahead to the rest of your work week. For those joining us, we appreciate you. Have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Good Monday morning on this May 4th. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Hope everyone had a super weekend. And we'll take these graphics full here in a moment. We had a lot of lightning this morning. All of it was set up north of Interstate 64. We didn't have anything in the way of severe weather. Generally, we're not expecting much. Some of our Illinois counties have a level 1 threat. Tuesday, kind of the bullseye day for rain. Some showers and thunderstorms during that time frame. So some downtime on Tuesday. So if you have to work in the yard, get some of the crops in, today would be good. And it should improve very nicely on Wednesday and Thursday. We picked up a beneficial 2 inches of rain last week, more in the offing this week. Good morning to Leslie Chapman from 14 News. And let's run down the pollen counts this morning. Kind of in that medium to high category. So down a little bit from what we were experiencing last week. And we'll do a little nowcasting here on Doppler radar. All the lightning was up through Petersburg, Winslow, down into Arthur, and then into Du Bois County, Jasper, Huntingburg. A lot of Du Bois County was covered in lightning. Northern Perry County, we had a little lightning as far south there as Tennyson. So Gibson, Pike, Du Bois. Some of you probably waking up to a half to 1 inch of rain. And all the strikes right now are east of Louisville. And then we have some light showers from Terre Haute down into Sullivan, Indiana, but that's not producing any lightning. And a little lightning north and west there. Interstate 70 north and west of Casey and Effingham. Running down temps, we bottomed out. Everybody was in the 50s this morning, and we're about 60 to 62. And the winds, once they tilt out of the southwest, they'll really go today. Just a reminder, we have a lake wind advisory from 10 a.m. until 8. So if you're out there in a small boat, watercraft, do be careful. Let's take a look at the wind guidance. Kind of a range there of 30 to 31, especially as we go into the afternoon. Kind of clearing skies to partly sunny skies, and then the skies will start to thicken up tonight before the advent of showers on Tuesday. The outlooks are in, the 6 and 10 day outlooks. We've been talking about this for a while. The trend is overall below average temperatures. We're looking in the weather history part of it, 1976, we had a record low of 32. We're nothing like that in the offing. We had 4 morning lows in the 30s back in 1976. And the trend is above normal. We get about 1.25 inches per week, and we have an opportunity to do that tomorrow. A mix of sun and clouds, and then for tonight, rain works in late. Tomorrow we could see 3-4 rounds of showers, a few storms. The overall severe weather threats are low. We could bump into a severe thunderstorm warning or two, but not expecting much. Here's the latest guidance. Once those winds start going out of the southwest, we'll see some sunshine as we progress through the day. And this is going to be the warmest day of the week, or scheduled to be. And this is through tonight. And then tomorrow, here we go with some showers and storms. Showed them even line up as we go through Tuesday early in the day, but it should be in a weakening trend. Then a break. And let's see what happens as we go to the afternoon. Another round of showers works in from the south. So we've been abnormally dry, and that's an improvement from last week, where most of the area was under drought-like conditions. So we can handle some rain, especially the severe drought is down through Hopkins and Muhlenberg counties. So you guys have an opportunity to pick up more in the way of rain. But here's the guidance. So if you take all the towns here, kind of in a range as we go through our Tuesday, kind of a half up to 1 inch of rain. This takes us through Tuesday night, and then that would be a nice payoff if that would verify. And the storm risk on Tuesday, it sets up just south and west. It covers all of our county, well, down through Paducah, south of Harrisburg. So general risk in that category of gusty thunderstorms, but sub-severe, based on what we're looking at right now. And it is an outlook, but we're not looking at a tornado threat. Then as we go through the week, we are going to have some chances for rain on Sunday. It's a little early yet. Hopefully that would hold off and not have a major impact on Mother's Day. We'll take this full. Here's the 7-day, no alert days on the board. So thunderstorms tomorrow, and then a chance on Wednesday, and then another chance on Sunday. Our average high as we start the week's at 74, so this will be the warmest day, even though Saturday will be close at 78. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Good morning to you there, Tammy. And Gabby, good morning to you there as well. And Laura as well. And of course, our very own Leslie Chapman. We'll have more coming up in our next newscast. Arden will at 11 a.m. and then again at noon. Have a super Monday.